Hello and good afternoon. Here is the news at 4. First, the highlights. Lagos State government urges residents to uphold laws, ensure prompt payment of taxes. Inspector General of Police appoints new heads for Special Intervention Squad Marine Unit. On the foreign scene, International Criminal Court condemns United States sanctions on officials. And in sports, Mexican superstar Saul Alvarez seals a 4-fight deal with Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season. And now the details. I am Akan Usen. Lagos residents have been urged to keep supporting the Sanwo-Olu administration by upholding the law, ensuring prompt payment of taxes for the greater Lagos vision to be achieved, as the optimal execution of the year 2025 budget relies heavily on the revenue generated within the state. Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okpe George, made the appeal at a press briefing of a detailed analysis of the 3.367 trillion naira budget signed into law by Governor Sanwo-Olu last month, tagged Budget of Sustainability, with a focus on continuity, resilience, and shared prosperity for every Lagosian. According to George, capital expenditure stands at 2.01 trillion naira, recurrent expenditure 1.295 trillion naira, including debt servicing, which establishes a capital to recurrent ratio of 62 to 38%, with a total revenue estimated at 2.968 trillion naira, with a deficit funding requirement of 398.662 billion naira, representing 13% of total revenue, emphasizing the budget's strong dependence on revenue.
Continuous infrastructure renewal, which we spoke about, was very important. We spoke about the fact that we had a new minimum wage, which we had to implement, so that also played a key role in the budget size. We also looked at factoring the effects of inflation and crude oil prices also in our budget planning. We just talked about the implementation of the electricity bill to ensure that we catered adequately for that. So that was a factor as well that was highlighted in the increase of the budget size. And also, last year we spoke about social inclusion, and we're very, very key on social inclusion, and we ensured that this year that has also been carried on into 2025.
To enhance the state's focus on durability, functionality, and adaptability of physical assets to meet the ever-growing demands of the people, the sum of 1.052 trillion naira, representing 31.27% of the entire budget, has been earmarked for infrastructure, prioritizing the maintenance, upgrade, and expansion of existing road networks and furniture, construction of bus terminals, jetties, bridges, rail systems, housing units, and digital infrastructure, in line with the vision for a truly 21st century mega city. Commissioner for Finance, Abayomi Oluyomi, while answering questions from journalists at the event, allays the fears about debt management and financing, saying 80% of the budget financing is from internally generated revenue, with just 10% borrowing, while also exploring other avenues like creative financing options and catalyzing the business environment.
The most important thing about debt management is the sustainability ratios. Like he said, in Lagos State last year, our sustainability ratio is just about 20%. How does that compare with the global standard? World Bank ratio is about 30%. The national ratio of Nigeria is about 40%, and ours was just only 20%, which shows that our debts are being managed very, very well. But you see, the most important thing to us is what are our plans for this year? First and foremost, do not forget that budget is the statement of expenditure and income. So this year, in line with what we did last year, we have several strategic initiatives.
Our correspondent, Adeola Akindele, reports that the budget has been crafted to promote the state's sustainable growth and development, environmental stewardship, and social equity to ensure that Lagos continues to thrive. Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, Mojisola Miranda, has reaffirmed her commitment to the fight against female genital mutilation, FGM, calling for collective action to end the harmful practice. In a statement marking the International Day of Zero Tolerance for Female Genital Mutilation, Miranda, in solidarity with individuals and organizations worldwide, condemns the violation of human rights that affects millions of girls and women. She says this year's theme, Step Up the Pace, is a call to action and efforts must be accelerated to end this barbaric practice once and for all. Miranda says it is not just the responsibility of government, but of every individual, whether legislator, a healthcare worker, a professional, or simply a concerned human being. The Speaker emphasizes the need to safeguard the health, dignity, and rights of young girls, vowing to push for policies that raise awareness and protect potential victims. She urges everyone to take action in their capacities to put an end to FGM, stressing that together, a world free of this harmful practice is possible. The Nigerian Red Cross Society, in collaboration with the Prudence Foundation and other key transport stakeholders, has launched a campaign to educate road users on the importance of adhering to safety measures. President of the Nigerian Red Cross Society, Oluyemisi Adega, explained that the initiative is focused on enhancing road safety and reducing the risk posed by reckless driving, especially among commercial vehicle operators. Adega noted that as part of the initiative, the Red Cross will train at least 2,000 responders in first aid, enabling them to provide swift assistance during road traffic accidents, among other emergencies on the roads and highways.
The program is a conscious creating program, the awareness of our safety on the road and the need for us to let other people, come into that compact knowledge that road safety is not all about oneself, but about others who will be of use to us even now and in the future.
Director of Prudence Foundation, Afolabi Lawal, also underscored the campaign's broader focus on educating road users, stressing the importance of instilling road safety education in children, thereby ensuring they understand traffic signs and safe road practices from a young age. Lawal emphasized the significant security threats caused by commercial vehicle operators, highlighting the urgency of training and retraining for them to improve road safety across the country.
Awareness and encourage safe driving behavior so we can protect lives, reduce the accidents that we see on the road majorly. So this is our interest, and this is what we are trying to do with safety in ensuring safe driving habits and also on the roads in particular. And these agencies that we're partnering with to ensure that we drive the awareness and sensitize the road users to pay attention to and abide by rules and regulation when they are on the roads.
The event also saw participation from officials of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, and the Lagos State Traffic Management Authority, LASMA, among other key players in the transport sector. And now to the rest of the stories. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has appointed Commissioner of Police Abayomi Shogunle as the head of the Special Intervention Squad. He also assigned Shogunle to lead the elections planning, monitoring and evaluation unit, as well as the Safe School Protection Squad. Force Public Relations Officer Olumuyiwa Adejobi, in a statement, said the appointments aim to strengthen internal security and improve the police's response to violent crimes. The statement also announced the appointment of CSP Chima Ogarashi as a new Force Marine officer tasked with enhancing security and tackling crime along the nation's inland waterways. The IGP assured the public of the force's commitment to addressing security threats and maintaining a safe environment for all citizens. The federal government has denied scrapping junior secondary school JSS and Senior Secondary School, SSS. According to a statement by the Director of Press, Federal Ministry of Education, for Lashade Bodiowo, the federal government only proposed a 12-year basic education model. The statement noted that the Minister of Education, Tunji Alausa, said this at the Extraordinary National Council on Education (NTE) meeting held in Abuja, where he presented a proposal for discussion, not an immediate policy change. The proposal targets the elimination of barriers between JSS and SSS. And now to foreign news. The International Criminal Court, ICC, has vowed to continue its judicial work after United States President Donald Trump signed an order to impose sanctions on its staff. The ICC says it stands firmly by its personnel, and the order seeks to harm its independent and impartial work. Trump's order accuses it of illegitimate and baseless actions after the ICC issued an arrest warrant for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over alleged war crimes in Gaza, which Israel denies, and also issued a warrant for a Hamas commander. The ICC is a global court, although the US and Israel are not members, with the power to bring prosecutions for genocide, crimes against humanity, and war crimes. In our sports, Mexican superstar Saul Alvarez has agreed to a 4-fight deal with Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season to set up a super fight with American Terence Crawford in September. Alvarez will fight in Saudi for the first time in May, before facing Crawford in September, and then competing in 2 more Saudi-organized bouts in 2026. Chairman of Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority, Turkey, Al Sheikh, in a post on X, said the deal is done. Alvarez holds the WBA, WBC, and WBO super middleweight titles. And that's all for the news at 4. Your vehicle is not a strong room. Please keep your valuables off the view of miscreants. You can follow us and like all our various social media platforms. On X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. On YouTube, subscribe and watch us live on our channel, Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website on www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, over 1,932 companies indicated interest to take on graduate interns after their training program designed to expose them in hands-on work experience? You can get more details on the Lagos State Government website. To end the news, here are the highlights of the major stories. Commissioner for Economic Planning and Budget, Okwe George, has urged Lagos residents to keep supporting the Sanwo-Olu administration by upholding the law, ensuring prompt payment of taxes for the Greater Lagos vision to be achieved, as the optimal execution of the year 2025 budget relies heavily on the revenue generated within the state. Inspector General of Police Kayode Egbetokun has appointed Commissioner of Police Abayomi Shogunle as the head of the Special Intervention Squad. We also told you that the International Criminal Court, ICC, has vowed to continue its judicial work after United States President Donald Trump signed an order to impose sanctions on its staff. And in sports, Mexican superstar Saul Alvarez has agreed to a 4-fight deal with Saudi Arabia's Riyadh season to set up a super fight with American Terence Crawford in September. For contacts with the newsroom, please send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. And that ends the news broadcast compiled by Adirayo Idowo-Olaiya. I am Akan Usen. Thanks for listening and please stay safe. Good afternoon.